Well, hopefully that's the only time you have to see that today. But hopefully that's not the last time you see it in your life. Welcome back to the Daily Grind where gamers find grace. This is your spiritual checkpoint, rest, reflect, and respawn here. I'm your host, Shaun McAfee, and tonight we're logging into another wholesome, chaos-fueled, and faith-filled episode. This is episode 10. Wow, we got there. That's a milestone. And our guest this week has also been on several milestones in his own ways. He's familiar with the show, familiar to you. That's Joe Lerner. He's better known as Kmartinator. He's a father of two, longtime gamer, Minecraft master builder. We're going to see how well he knows that in boss battle. Twitch and Discord veteran. He's helped me a ton, a metric ton. And one of the brains who keeps the stream from descending into purgatory. Seriously, he's probably saved my Discord server enough times that he's more times than I've saved my progress in Elden Ring. So tonight we're going to talk about game, faith, community, and how to survive as a Catholic in the world of Minecraft and memes. But before we dig into those blocks of wisdom, I want to ask you your warm-up question. What's the one thing you always build first in Minecraft? Answer. Anybody who's played Minecraft, anybody who would play Minecraft, answer that question. What's the first thing you always build? Is it a house? Is it a mine? Is it a weapon? Is it a chicken pen? Or is it chaos itself? Is it chicken pen real? Is that like pen pineapple? Drop it in the chat and let's see who's the most prepared for the apocalypse, the Minecraft apocalypse. I'll ask Joe to answer the question as well. He's sitting in the ready seat. Okay, so for boss battle, by the way, we've got a really fun game for Kmart. It's going to revolve, of course, around Minecraft trivia. I'm trying to throw some softballs at him. I'm trying to get him stuck and help him lose those batteries so you guys can save him. By the way, if you're just got paid, I do encourage you, if you want to donate to the show and keep things running here, we do have a 35% off special right now that I've got for the next 4 hours for every 5 subs that you want to give. And those go a long way to get people onto the channel. So thank you for that in advance of those who participate. Okay, poll party. You ready? It's going to be Minecraft or Magisterium. It's another one of those games where somebody's going to say, oh, but it could be both. Yeah, it could be both, but let's just let Kmart have the fun. And then after the show, after we end the show, immediately after, don't go away because we're going to play Jackbox games just like last week, okay? So let's go have some fun with the rest of the show. Let's get to your spirit. All right, team, let's talk spiritual patch notes. Let's patch the soul. Not the kind of Mojang rolls out at 2 a.m. that breaks your favorite mod, but the spiritual ones. The week's virtue is stewardship. This is an important one. I think it's one we often overlook. Our own stewardship and then, of course, stewardship within the church. In the gaming world, stewardship means maintaining your server, right? Your squad, maybe your stream, not just for yourself, but everybody who logs in. In our faith, stewardship is a lot similar. It's caring for the world, of course, the body of Christ, his church, and even our souls like good spiritual moderators. They say your closest 5 friends, you become the most like. Well, that's pretty tough in the digital world, I've realized. It's a lot easier to pick up habits from people you're actually around, and the stewardship should be at your parish. I was going to say your parents. Maybe that does fit into your equation later in life too. We're not the devs. God is. But we're given admin rights to maintain his creation. Can you believe that? God gives us a part of maintaining his creation. And that's why St. Peter reminds us in 1 Peter 4:10, he says, as each has received a gift, employ it for one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. So whether you're managing a Minecraft realm or your real life home, maybe, what's the first thing you build in your home? Answer that question. Stewardship is the balance of responsibility and care that keeps both from collapsing into a lag and to the lava. So tonight, keep that in mind. Good stewardship is how we keep our good spiritual servers from crashing. And those are your spiritual patch notes. I want to see what some people wrote real quick. Pug just got a work bonus, time to spend it. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. But who said Dirt Hut? That was Kmax or Kmart. Wow, I did it. There you go. There's my strike for the night. Turns on at least two more times today. Okay, I'll do it at the end of the show. How about that? And an axe from Magician. All right. I asked if it was a weapon. That was my prediction. Let's get to checkpoint reflection. And I'm not picking my nose off scene. All right, let's hit the checkpoint. Stop that. Kmart's over here giving me faces. Pause and breathe. If you've ever built something in Minecraft, maybe a cathedral or a cozy farm, you know the patience and perseverance it takes. They are bad. You start with nothing but a wooden pickaxe and a dream, and before long, you're crafting something beautiful, one block at a time. The Christian life is no different. God hands us raw material, our talents, our time, and our treasure, right? Maybe even our trials and our persecutions. And he invites us to build something with them. And today's gospel reminds us by your endurance, you will gain your souls. That's from Luke chapter 21. From your endurance, you will gain your souls. You better be ready over there, Andy. Perseverance is the steady hand that keeps us building, even when creepers blow up our progress or prayers seem unanswered, or in my case, when Shaun's not even lifting a finger to help. And remember, perseverance isn't about perfection, okay? It's about logging back in after the crash. So as we keep building tonight, think about how stewardship and perseverance go hand in hand. One tends the garden, and the other refuses to give up when the weeds appear. How's that? That's your checkpoint reflection. Let's go meet our guest. I am very carefully not going to press that button tonight, even though I've got to scroll the script. Okay, co-op mode time. Time to welcome my guest, the legendary Kmartinator himself, Joe Lerner. Joe is an occasional gamer. Yeah, right. I see him logged in playing stuff. And an improving Catholic father and husband and mechanical engineer. Now that's cool. When he's not busy being an engineer, he's being an engineer, enjoying the likes of woodworking and playing Minecraft. Listen to that. He also canters at his local parish and is a recent member of the Knights of Columbus. You might know his stream as Kmartinator, or his wordworking under Saint Joseph the Worker, Joseph the Woodworker, on Etsy, which I love. I've purchased things from everybody on Etsy. I didn't even know until just now that he has an Etsy account. Okay, Kmart, did I get everything right?
Well, I'm no saint, but I appreciate the sentiment all the same.
All right. So which one of those do you want to talk about first?
Oh gosh. Well, I guess real quick, the Etsy, I don't have a lot of woodworking products per se. The only thing I've got on there, as you move me around, uh,
You saw
is I
that?
made yeah.
Yeah.
I made a set of woodworking plans so that somebody else could build a prayer kneeler. That's the only thing that I've got on my Etsy shop, and
Do
people
you
buy
make
it,
so
so
do you make
that's
a
pretty
lot of
cool.
those or what caused you to want to make an online sales shop? Because you're usually building
So
really big things.
yeah, so I actually get a lot of satisfaction out of putting together a good set of directions.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're selling the plans.
Yes,
That's what
so
you
it's a
said before.
yeah, so it's just an electronic document, but it steps you through how to build the thing.
Yeah.
So I've gotten a lot of good feedback on it, and it was something that I couldn't find because I wanted to build a prayer kneeler and I couldn't find plans for it anywhere.
Yes, I
So I
remember that
found a
was
niche.
that was like 2 or 3 years ago in the Discord. You're like, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" And
Right.
everybody was like, "Whoa, I want one."
Yeah, version 2 of the plans, I still got pictures of the kneeler that you had at your house that I was going to kind of mimic for a round 2.
Yeah, yeah, I was trying to
That'll
get
be
you to
fun.
go in that direction. So you know what you could help me with is if you could take like a couple weeks off of work, maybe just 1 week, and help me build a shed. What do you say?
Sold.
Okay, okay. So talk to us about streaming. So you're a long time streamer. You were in the game way before me. Oh, I came in what, 2019? And by that time, you were a veteran of Discord. I was like, "What is this?" And you were like, "Let me help you out." So how far back does your streaming experience go?
Gosh, I want to stay. I don't remember exactly. I've got a whole thing in the info panels on my stream, which I should have looked at before this moment.
Me
Um,
too.
but it was a couple of years before you started. It sounds like started just with playing Minecraft, which is all I'm really doing right now. Discord actually started a little bit earlier. Even we started one to tie in with a Minecraft server community that I helped run prior to that. And so I actually been on Discord a little bit longer than I've been streaming.
Wow.
Uh,
I didn't
but
even hear about Discord until in fact, whenever I launched the stream, everybody was like, "Oh, this is cool. You got to get a Reddit page." And I was like, "How's a Reddit page going to build a
yeah,
community?"
what is a Reddit?
And then other people were like, "How, they were like, "Get a Discord." And I was like, "What is this? What is this app? And why is it called Discord, by the way?" Because it seems to be something an antithesis to good conversation.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That I think about that too, but then it's like, oh, I think of like discourse and maybe kind of
Right.
goes in that
Right,
direction.
it's not Discord, it's Discourse. Okay, so you started streaming Minecraft, and you did that for an infinite amount of time
Yeah.
until you decided to start working from your garage.
Well, yeah, so the as I got to meet other streamers and the community grew, we playing Minecraft, it's really easy to just chat with people. It's a really low key game, so I don't really have to focus super hard.
Right.
And we talk about just life things. One of the topics that came up eventually was cooking.
Okay.
And I talk about stuff because I was home with the kids. So I was the one doing all the cooking at home and everything. And then people got really excited about this idea of me doing a cooking stream. So figured out a bunch of cameras and things that I wanted to get. I figured out the total of that dollar amount and said, all right, when we raise this much, I will buy these things and we'll do cooking streams.
Wow.
And we did, and it was super fun. I was doing them once a week for a stretch there. And then as time went on, I branched to do a couple other things. I did some playing music for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and then in the garage, as those hobbies kind of started to intersect, I was like, oh, I could do two hobbies at once, stream and woodwork. Uh, what I
Right.
ended up finding was I was doing two hobbies poorly.
Oh yeah.
So that was a tough balance for sure.
Okay, and you're not talking about being a family man. That's not a hobby. That's your vocation.
Definitely.
So briefly walk me through that. I want to go back to your cooking stream in just a second because I'm really titillated by that. But do people still use that word? I'm really my interest is
They
really
do now.
my interest is really piqued by that. So wow, clip that out. Somebody clip it and put it all over. So tell me about being a family man and streaming, because all of us go through this inner dialogue where a couple times a year while we're streaming, we're like, what the heck am I doing? I'm losing control in other places. Maybe my wife is mad at me. She's probably not, but I'm going to think she's mad at me for wanting to stream or play video games. How much is it taking over my life? So just give us kind of like the inner dialogue of maybe moments that you had like that, or just how you treat it now.
Yeah, so we have, I'd say, a really good dynamic in the sense that my wife and myself are both fairly significantly introverted.
Right.
And so the normal out and about of the day is exhausting. And by the end of the day, we love to spend time with each other and everything, but sometimes just like, I want my own space tonight. And it's like, all right, we because we're both on that same wavelength, um, when either of us kind of brings that up, we there's immediate understanding, which is huge. Um, so my thing with my streaming stuff was, especially when I was home with the kids, I would always try to slot it in the spaces that would be least conflicting with my family life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, my wife has gone to bed because she needs to be up for work early in the morning. So I'd stay up an extra hour or so, stream for a little bit. Um, the She was at work and my son was down for a nap. That's when I would do the cooking streams. I slotted it. I
Wow, that's
got
a good
things kind
nap.
of, yeah. It
You
was,
can't count on
I don't
those
know.
all the time.
Yeah, he was. It was when he was about 2, and he was at that one nap a day stage, um, where it was fairly consistent. And he would wake up in the middle, and then I'd go get him, and everybody would love to see the baby, and then we finish up the stream, and then that was that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Hey Andy, could you fix the Twitch link, please? It's not working. Maybe all those links are run together. Okay, so back to the cooking stream because I've seen people like Miss Ruby do it. I've seen other people, and I'm really interested in that kind of content just as a consumer because maybe I don't want to repeat a lot of those recipes, but I think it's really cool how somebody can actually do what would effectively be a live show doing something that usually you got to have a lot of prep time for. Usually you got to have something to practice with. And these people will just like, hey, it's my first time trying this recipe. Let's see how it goes. And they'd actually do a pretty good job of it. How did yours work out exactly? And then side question, bonus question here is how many cameras did you have to use? Because to me, I'm thinking like minimum maybe 3 cameras, maybe 2. But how many cameras did you have? And then tell us kind of like where you fit into that cooking streamer. Were you an expert at this, or were you like, let's try this for the first time?
Yes, I had 3 cameras. I had one on me, and then I had one top down over like the prep, like the cutting board area, and then I had one top down over the stove.
Okay, stove,
Um,
cutting board area, and then one like watching you.
yeah. So,
Okay,
and then I had a various mix of scenes. If
okay,
uh, I had some where the focus was on me, but I still had like the pot in a small window, kind of picture in picture sort of thing. Um,
right.
yeah, so, stuff like that.
Okay, and then what kind
Yeah,
of food were you cooking? Were you
yeah.
good? Were you
So
good at it?
I got by. One of the big things, like you mentioned, is you can try a recipe, but you need to have enough time to do it.
Right,
So you can't really do an entire like crock pot thing. I mean, you can get it in and get it going, but you're not going to see the result of it
right. You
because
better own
that's
2 crock pots so
yeah,
you could do the show trick and bring the ready one right out of
right,
the oven
exactly.
that
And
was
then we're
perfectly made
eating
in the
for
back.
like 2 weeks.
Right, right.
Yeah, so oh gosh, I made Parmesan bacon biscuits,
Ooh,
which were great. Uh, and man, I don't remember. I made 3 different things on the very first one. The first cooking stream was a huge blast because everybody had contributed for it. Everyone was excited for it.
yeah.
I had made some friends with some other cooking streamers at the time, I was watching them to figure out what kinds of things I should do. But we did a whole thing. One of my sisters came and we sang some songs at the start, and then she was like actual live audience too because she came over to the house for it.
Right.
So it was super fun, and it was yeah, it was a wild time.
Do you feel like maybe you got in your wife's way? Not to I this is gonna somebody's gonna get mad at this. The kind of thing you don't want to say at work. Do you feel like you got in your wife's way of kind of the kitchen domain, or was your streaming equipment not taking up any room at all, and you were able to kind of keep it there all week?
Well, number one, I'm the kitchen person, not my wife.
Ah, okay, bravo. That'll make a
So
lot of people happy.
that sort of works out.
That relieves the
But no,
pressure from me on comments like that. Was your wife mad you were in her zone?
no. So I set up every time, and I tore down every time.
Wow,
So it was
that's a lot.
half hour before. Okay, put the cameras back. I run the cords. The house at the time, it was like living room, dining room, kitchen were all kind of one big room. So I had these really long cords to. It's just webcams,
Right.
and with really long USB cords to go back to the computer. and get everything set up, hit the start button on my computer, and then run back over. I had a tablet set up, kind of like your stream buttons, to manage scenes and stuff like that. Um, it
Awesome,
was a lot of
man.
fun.
Okay, and then move us to woodworking. So you were doing that primarily. That was your primary stream content for a bit, like especially during COVID, right?
Yeah, so I actually picked up woodworking during COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I found a couple of incredible YouTube channels at the time. Woodworking for Mere Mortals. I just really like the name of that one, but there's a lot of educational how to do things on
Yeah.
that channel. He's got a long backlog and he's been on YouTube for ages. Um, and then it was just like, okay, I can learn a bit, I can do a bit, and then, oh, this is a hobby. It takes time. Streaming is a hobby. It takes time.
Yeah.
Why don't we try and do it at the same time?
Right. Okay, I didn't realize that. So how'd you get all that woodworking equipment? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so we have a lot. Everybody has those boxes that you packed when you moved into your new house,
Yeah.
and everything stayed in the box
Right.
a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my seed money,
Right.
was these things that we had around the house that we never use. I put them up on Facebook Marketplace to try and just sell the random things, and that was the money that I got. So none of the focus was that I didn't want to pull the money out of like the house budget,
Right.
and then I don't like the hobby, and then there it goes.
Yeah.
It was all completely contained, and if it turns out, oh, this is not for me, well, then sell the tools back off, and away we go.
Okay.
Um,
So obviously it was for you because you
yeah,
still do a lot of woodworking. I would love nothing more than you to come down and help me build a shed like buddies. But also those garden planters are darn cool. We probably should have got a mix of some of your work. Go to well, obviously if you're in the Discord, go to hardware channel and scroll up and just see all the amazing things. What's your favorite piece that you've done other than the kneeler?
yeah, the Kneeler is great. By far, my favorite is it's actually what came from a set of plans that I got, but it's I made a bed for my daughter,
Right.
and that's just one of those where it that feels like a
Wow.
pinnacle like fatherhood thing,
Right.
right? Like
Especially your
made your
daughter.
child a bed,
Right.
yeah, and it's it's of a quality that it'll outlast me.
Yeah.
Not most of the stuff I've made is not quite that way, but that one was huge.
Millennial says he can be the supervisor of said project.
I made a project for a Millennial too, which was really fun. A little paint storage cubby to fit into one of those IKEA square cubby things.
Right.
That was actually a fun project. That was a long time ago, it feels like.
Yeah, my wife would probably say, "Get over here and build us like a interior in the wall bookshelf." She wants like massive bookshelves with ladders, and I'm like, "So do I, but
Yeah.
what books are you going to put there? Because I am trying to like get rid of the books that I never plan to
Yeah, you just
read
got to get
again."
writing, Sean. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is the books that I have, I took a look at them whenever we moved here, right? Because we had a ton of books overseas. I had a ton of books in Omaha before we went overseas, collected just hundreds. And now I'm just like giving books away, literally giving them to the parish when the publishers send them to me. But she is bent on having like a different bookshelf setup. But my inventory is all geared towards look, if it's going to help me grow, great, I've got it. You know, the Kempis stuff, the self mastery stuff, the family man stuff. But if it's outside of that, it's strictly because I plan to write a book on that subject one day, right? Speaking
Sure.
of, let's throw in the obligatory I sell
There you
books
go.
things.
Get it in there.
Yeah, so okay, so I've got a little bit of a bone to pick though. You know, Minecraft is great. I mean, who doesn't like it? It is fun. I wish I had the time to really dig into it because I know that that's where the fun is. It's not just, once a year playing with your friends, but why won't you play anything else, man? Why are you hanging out, not playing Mario Kart, not doing Battlefield with us? Like, Where's the real video games? And I know if Katoons was online, he's studying or something, he'd be like, Sean, leave him alone. Minecraft is
No,
definitely the
that
pinnacle of video gaming. But what's your defense?
yeah, so that's the thing, right? Is to people who play no games, I'm a gamer. To people who are real gamers, I'm just this scrub who plays Minecraft and sometimes Civilization. Um,
No, I
so
see you on Steam playing things all the time, or at least on Discord. It says like you're playing like these really like obscure titles, right?
So Discord actually is probably showing, I just realized this recently, it's showing the names of the Minecraft mod packs that I'm playing.
Ah, okay.
So a lot of those are Minecraft.
Magician says Minecraft is life and Fortnite.
Yeah.
So
So but to kind of get back to it, I've struggled and I found myself struggling in games where I am pitted against other people, especially other people that are strangers on the internet.
okay,
I get I found that I get fairly easily tilted when things
oh,
don't go my way. I am a
okay,
sore loser and a sore winner.
okay,
And so that becomes problematic. So the niche that I have is I do enjoy playing games like that when it's all people that I know.
right.
So
Okay, okay.
like
So Mario Kart,
that those nights that we played Halo
right,
in your community, and it was just our group in there. That was a blast. That was super fun, and that takes me back to like LAN parties, in high school and
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But when even when it's like teaming up with friends against internet strangers, it's not really.
yeah. I do enjoy the PvP. I don't like feel like I'm better than everybody. Obviously, I'm 39 years old. The motor functions, the
Yeah.
synapses, they're just like not like
Yep.
there. And I realize I have way more bad habits in video gaming, just like music. Like you get bad habits on how you move your fingers around a guitar neck or something. Video gaming is the same thing, whether it's a shooter or not. You've got your habits really hard to get out of those. But I don't like PvP for the sake of beating other people. I just like the satisfaction of like just these one-off little, hey, I got you that time. You got me 5 times. Yeah, my KD ratio is like 25%. But no, we got to get you in a couple of these games sometime, man, because we like you. We like your personality. You bring a lightness to the room, and it's surprising to hear that you would get tilted, but it's surprising also when you're with Trekkie and then he'd,
Yeah.
loses
Yeah.
his cool or something.
I feel like he could probably relate.
Okay. What else? What else can we talk about? What else around the life of Joe Lerner, Kmartinator? Why? Okay, there we go. Last subject, then we'll get into quick fire co-op. We're gonna do a real deep study on this. Why Kmartinator?
Ha! Oh, I love this story. Okay, so pull up a chair, everybody. Here we go. So when I was in high school, we made up our own card game. And what we do is we take index cards and we would make up a card. And we were not very good at drawing, and they were pun names and things like that. And so one of the cards that the object of the game was you had to play a card and you had to explain why what you say happened,
Right.
and then to get everybody to go with it. So one of the heroes that I made was the Walmart smiley, and I needed a nemesis for it. So I made the almighty Kmartinator, and it was just a block letter K with a cape on it.
Yeah.
The inspiration then to use it online and around here, my dad and I would play a game online, and at the end, if you won, it would say, you were defeated by the name of the other person.
Right.
And my dad and I goof around with our humor and say, wouldn't it be so funny if the game said that you've been beaten by Kmart? And so we made our name Kmart and we played that. And then those two combined, and then when I got signed up for my very first email address that wasn't for school.
Right.
It was Kmartinator,
Yeah.
and it's stuck since. It's one of those. I lucked out that high school me picked a thing that's unique enough
Right.
that whenever I sign up somewhere, it's always available, but not so cringy that I'm like, oh, high school me, what were you doing?
Yeah, my very first email address was Psycho Surfer.
Right. Yeah.
I
Everybody's
think I
got
was
these
13,
scary.
maybe 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to like see if I can hack back into it. It was a Hotmail thing. Hack back into
Right.
it maybe
Yeah.
and go in
Uh,
there and see what the heck I was doing. That was back when MSN chats were, what everybody was doing in their summer break, meeting people online who probably weren't who they say they were.
sure. Yeah.
Well, that's a good.
Yes. I want to say I've been using Kmartinator for 20 years now. So if you find Kmartinator somewhere on the internet, it is most likely me.
Nice. Okay, man, you ready for quick fire co-op?
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, so this is quick fire co-op. We haven't done this in a couple episodes. You guys, as the chat, are free to ask our guest, Kmart, any questions you want. You don't have to ask him for the definition of titillating. I already put that in there. I honestly thought it just meant a little excited, but it does have a little bit of a, eyebrow raising connotation. I don't know why I brought it up again. I just got to do things like that. But this is quick fire co-op. This is the lightning round where I will hit our guest, Joe K. Martinator Lerner, with 10 rapid questions. No thinking, Joe. No pausing, just pure instinct. Let's see what he says. So you can ask your questions, but I'm going to ask mine too. And I'll try to read your questions here, or Joe can read them. Okay, you ready, Joe?
I'm ready.
All right, question 0. How do you feel about the fart noise being used on guests?
I am indifferent because the guest can't hear it because it doesn't play through this. And when I'm moderating for the stream, I have the stream turned down, so I can't hear it on there either. So
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't done it in 6 episodes, and that ought to be telling. So, all right. Question number 1. What's your earliest gaming memory?
Sesame Street on the Nintendo.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the earliest. Yeah.
Okay. Now you said you get tilted. The second question. First game that ever made you rage quit.
I I want to say probably Pokemon Snap.
What?
When you just keep going and you're trying to get that exact picture in
Yeah.
there and it just barely misses it. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Right. Yeah. That's something to break a headset over. Okay, Millennial says current PC or Steam box coming out.
Current PC, because
No, which one would you take, I think is what he means. Would you keep your current PC or you want the Steam box that's going to come out?
I have no idea about the Steam box, so I'm sticking with what I got.
Okay, go to hardware, check it out. Bunch of new stuff released today. You might be happy about it. Okay, that's the game that made you rage quit. You can add one saint as an NPC in Minecraft. Who's it going to be?
Oh my goodness.
Magician wants this question.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like St. Joseph fits really well.
Okay, well, he was a builder.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, what's your go-to building material when you don't know what to build?
Wood.
Okay.
Or
Easy
are you
question,
referring to
easy
are you referring
answer.
to Minecraft.
I don't know. All right, number 5. Which is holier, creeper explosions or toddler tantrums?
Well, definitely creeper explosions because when they explode, they make these big holes in the ground, so they're much holier.
Nice. I like the way you twisted that one. Okay. Which mod would you install in real life? Infinite coffee, instant sleep, or no work Mondays?
Instant sleep, 100%.
Yeah, you got anxiety at night?
No. No. I fall asleep just fine.
Oh.
I was thinking like, oh, you instant sleep and then that's all the sleep you need. You're done.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be nice too.
Yeah.
Have all that rest and have the rest of the time.
Yeah. So no work Mondays then would be the pick there.
Trekkie says Kmart is twisted. Okay.
Twisted.
Twisted iced tea. Okay. You can turn, that's not our sponsor. We don't have one. You can turn one church father into a Twitch streamer. Who gets the channel? Dang, that's a great question.
That's
That's a
a
keeper.
question. Um,
That's a keeper.
I feel like St.
No
Paul
thinking!
would have interest. I have to think of saint names, okay? I'm not as smart as you.
Be like, Nicholas, he's coming up. Or if you're Matt Swain, do you know who the saint is on this obscure day? That was embarrassing. All right, you can choose one church father to turn into a Twitch streamer. Who would you like to watch? And this could be a podcast Twitch streamer.
Is St. Paul considered a church father?
No. No, he's an apostle.
Okay. Follow-up question, who are considered the church fathers?
Okay, the early apologists, the early church writers who did not speak heresy, like Origen, all the way to, I believe, St. John Damascene in the 6th century. So you got Augustine, you've got Ignatius of Antioch, Irenaeus, you've got Damascene, you've got Boethius, you've got Basil, you have, who else? You got a lot. Okay, let's come back to that question. Number 8. What's your in-game confession? The worst thing you've ever done in Minecraft. Tell us.
I filled my sister's house with sand.
Wow.
Every block inside the space of the house.
Did you do that because you love her, or did you do that because she did something to you?
No, I did it because I love her.
I love that. Don't do that to me. Number 9, you're being chased by a zombie horde. You can only grab one thing. Is it a torch, a sword, or a rosary?
Gotta go for the rosary.
Okay. Do you want to try that church father question, or you want to go to the last one?
No, let's keep going.
All right. You've just died in Minecraft. What's the one word that appears on your respawn screen?
The one word?
The one word.
It says return to title screen or darn.
Darn? Okay, yeah, darn. All right, bonus question. Your favorite Jackbox game that we can play tonight?
I think Quiplash is pretty solid.
All right, let's do 1, 2, and 3. Let's see how many we can get done.
Okay, Quiplash. I struggle to remember the names. There's the one where you have to like write song lyrics and then the robots say them.
Yeah, the robot rap battle. We can do that one too.
And then there's one that involves drawing pictures.
Oh, I know the one where they fight. People have to vote on it or something. There's a lot of picture drawing ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can choose tonight. It's your night. Okay, you ready for boss battle?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm not going to pick my nose off screen.
I'll pick your nose off.
Thank you.
Right there. Okay, there we go. Got it.
Okay, boss battle. Tonight is Minecraft Faith Edition. Chat, it's time to test Joe's blocky brain. The game is called Minecraft Faith Edition. 15 questions all about the weird, wonderful, and sometimes sacred world of Minecraft trivia. Some are real lore. Some are just here to mess with him. And you get to play along. Don't forget, your bits and subs are live and they're 35% off right now. If you choose to bless him, I'll give him more batteries. This 10 he has there are not all that I could give him. If you choose to damn him, I'll take away batteries. And let's see how far down we can get him. So if you want to punish him or you want to bless him, it's up to you. Are you ready for your game? K-Bart?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. This object contained the power to kill anyone who touched it. Is it the Magisterium or the Ark of the Covenant?
It's definitely the Magisterium.
Golly, that's a battery lost. You're just bad. In fact, that was so bad I feel like I've got to sneeze. I'm sitting here holding it in. Number 2.
There it
I
is.
did it. Somebody clip it. There's a bunch of dust in the air now. Okay, it's possible to build an entire world out of nothing but blocks. True or false?
False.
Fine. Number 3. There's no answer to it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I sneezed pretty loud there. You can enter this realm by passing through fire. Is this the Magisterium or Purgatory?
It's definitely the Magisterium this time.
No. No, you lose a battery. That's Purgatory. Do you know what Purgatory is? All right, number 4. A player can use a book and quill to record their deeds.
False.
You can't do that, can you? No. So that's that. Yeah. So you're right. This game is weird. Even I'm questioning it. This supernatural being guards the entrance to paradise with a sword of fire. Is this Saint Michael the Archangel or Steve?
It's totally Steve.
All right. That's another battery lost.
Man, I need some help, guys. Come on, get those batteries back in here.
Yeah, you're doing this on purpose, and they're not going to feel sorry for you. Number 6, if you anger this tall, shadowy figure, it will teleport and attack you relentlessly.
Magisterium.
What's the real answer? You're going for a record.
Oh, Herobrine is good.
It's the Enderman. Dang, dude. You know, you're supposed to be doing your best.
I'm trying to do my best here.
Its foundation rests upon a rock, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Magisterium or Minecraft?
It's definitely Magisterium this time.
Yeah, but you don't get batteries back. Okay, to reach the end, you must activate 12 eyes in perfect formation. What is this referring to?
That is referring to the appearance of the angels in the book of Revelation.
Dang. That is actually interesting. 12 eyes in perfect formation. That's like, yeah, it could be the stars around Mary's head. No, this one refers to the end portal. That was pretty clever, though. That was good. You picked up on the 12 number. Okay, the sacred meal is both a sacrifice and a feast.
Second breakfast?
Oh, boy. The Eucharist. The Eucharist, for anybody who doesn't want to defamate that sacred host. Okay. All right. This is question number 10. This biome is filled with lava, ghasts, and endless torment. What is it called in Minecraft?
My nightmares.
Your nightmares? You're gonna be the first to ever run out of batteries. It's sitting here blinking.
Come on. The blinking battery. I like that a lot, actually.
Just sitting here going, just hammering it. All right. So that's called the Nether. All right, you've got 4 questions left. Don't mess it up. Pontius Potato. Wow. It was forbidden to. Speaking of potatoes, it was forbidden to eat this from a particular tree. What was the tree in the Book of Genesis?
It was the jungle tree, because that's the only one that is actually growing food directly on its own.
Our guest is just trying to lose. I told you I don't like guests who are belligerent. No. It's okay. 4 batteries left. An enchanted golden... That was the tree of knowledge of good and evil, by the way. An enchanted golden apple can save you from death itself. Is this true in Minecraft or false? I actually don't know the answer to this. It's false?
Sure.
What do you... Okay, let's take a survey. Magician. Can an enchanted golden apple save you from death in Minecraft? One is actually false. Yeah. Okay. So it's false. Yep. Okay, you
There's a
kept your battery.
totem of
We know now
undying.
that your Game Gear is not going to run out of batteries. The kingdom is not made of this world. Which gospel did that come from?
Um, all of them.
No. John chapter 18. The preaching of the kingdom, which is, by the way, one of the luminous mysteries.
Ah, yes.
Okay, the number
Jeez,
14. What did he say? The Book of
Book of
Psalms.
Psalms.
Yeah. The final boss takes the form of a great dragon. True or false? Minecraft.
Um, false. It is a three-headed, scary flying thing.
Is it?
That is a boss.
I think
No,
this
it's a.
applies to the Bible too.
There you go.
Yep, the great dragon
Book of Revelation
who
again.
took down a third of the stars. All right. But I'm gonna it's the Ender Dragon, so you're down to 3 batteries, which is just pathetic. This document actually, yeah, this one was from last week. Okay. All right. You're done. That was awful.
Man,
That was
this guest is
whenever a
terrible.
guest comes on and they're like, "Is this the worst you've ever had?" I'm gonna be like, "No, actually, Joe Lerner
Boom.
on the 13th of the month of November, 2025, reaching back that far. Hi, hungry, I'm dead. Had 3 batteries remaining, and that was because Shaun was gracious. He chose not to answer.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too. Okay, you guys ready for poll party?
Let's
All right,
go.
let's go to poll party.
I'm just gonna put hashtag magisterium for everyone.
Magician says, I should have damned him. Yeah, you should have. You
You
should
should
have.
have.
You should
It
have.
was the perfect opportunity.
What were you waiting for exactly? We gave you every nod and blink and twitch, not to reference the channel, every twitch of the face to give you a cue. No, it's all good. Save your money. Go buy some of that PBR up there in Wisconsin, or my favorite, New Glarus. Okay, poll party. This is another Would You Rather mod edition. Okay, so chat. Tonight, we're calling this one Would You Rather Mod Edition. Joe is the master moderator. He's also a mod in the Discord, which is why he's the master. So we're putting you in the hot seat to see how you'd survive mod life. Each round, I'll throw out 2 chaotic choices, and you'll vote using hashtags. Joe, you can vote too, but Joe, what you have to do here is you have to, I don't know, react to the chaos that they're throwing at you and see how you're going to mod your way out of it with the mod like references, okay?
All right.
All right, so this one's goofy. Okay, so this is another one of those ones where you want to be paying attention to the hashtag, guys, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll be Andy will be posting those in the chat if you're wondering about spelling. Okay, so here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. And round 1, would you rather ban a troll mid-sentence or delete their spicy copy pasta before they hit send? Hashtag banhammer or hashtag delete fast. Delete fast. Would you rather ban
That's
a
a fast
troll
delete.
mid-sentence with a banhammer, hashtag banhammer, or would you delete their spicy copy pasta before they hit send?
G-Zone, Weevil, you rock.
A Magisterium. Wow. That's pretty good. I'm going to go with banhammer. It's like if you didn't come to the chat like showing me some good faith. We get people on who play Jackbox. I guarantee we're going to get one on tonight, a random that we've never met. He'll end up being a follower on the show, on the channel, and he will say something that just does not belong. And I still won't ban him. But the second like you act out of that good faith, yeah, ban hammer. Okay, what do you say, Mod?
Yeah, I was on board with Banhammer. I don't want to. You don't want to delete something before they post it. You give, like you said, give people the benefit of the doubt. But if they're mid sentence, that means they've been trolling and out of here.
All right, you heard it from him, so don't do it. All right, 60 seconds back on the clock. Round two. Would you rather moderate a 500 member Discord debate on pineapple pizza, hashtag pineapple, or would you rather break up a Twitch chat war about liturgical dance, hashtag dance war? This one's crazy. Would you rather moderate a 500 member Discord debate on pineapple pizza? That's happened. Just go back to 2020 or so when Kmax really ticked somebody off with slamming pizza.
Yeah, man,
That was
was
the
a
first
wild
like
one.
big thing that ever happened in the
Yeah,
chat. I had to call him
man,
from Italy and be like, "Hey, buddy,
come on.
can't be doing this stuff." Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you mine. Which one would I rather do? Dance War.
Dance war.
Yeah, dance war. Got to go with the dance war. Get your votes in. I don't know how many seconds are left because our guest
My
now
big head's in the
yeah,
way.
our guest now blocks that chat that part. We're gonna have to find a different way to organize this. I will. All right, the poll ended. Pineapple, defend it.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, I would much rather moderate a debate than I would a chat war.
Yeah.
Just straight up. And pineapple on pizza is a fun topic to discuss. So let's do it.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
I do.
Yeah, me too. Okay, round three. Would you rather spend eternity fixing broken Discord roles, hashtag roles, or explaining how to link Prime for the 87th time, hashtag Prime? Wow. All of these are real world examples.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Prime. That's a real answer because those roles are no joke. You tried to teach me, and I know that I annoyed you. And I would love for
well,
you to say no, you didn't. But I really do think I just couldn't get the hang of it. I think I tried one role for like what was it? What's the one where everybody's running and on the platforms? That was a big one. Oh, what was that game called? It was around the time Among Us was big. But no, do you remember that occasion?
vaguely. That sounds vaguely
Yeah, Fall
familiar. Yeah.
Guys. Yeah, you were like, "Hey, Sean, here's how to do it," and I think you were really busy at that point in time in your week to week
That
life.
that might have been.
Okay, we got to split down the middle. Which one would you rather choose?
Yeah, so I picked the roles just because like the whole prime thing, I feel like that is different every time. The roles thing has been pretty consistent, and I like tinkering with it. So
Yeah, well, it goes a long way, man. So if I forget the chance, I'll say it now. Thank you for that, because that definitely gives people a sense of belonging immediately when they get into the server. By the way, if you're here and you're Catholic and you want to join our Discord server, shameless plug, join up. Catholics, small c, big C only. All right, let's get back into the thingy here. Round five. Would you rather have your notifications stuck on at everyone forever, hashtag everyone, or lose mod privileges for 24 hours during a really chaotic argument, hashtag no mod? That's tough. It depends on which server. It depends on which server. I famously don't belong to very many servers because I feel disrespectful. Like if I come in and I'm like, yeah, I'll do your server, and I never participate, I don't really feel like a great sense of belonging, or like I did the right thing. I just feel like okay, I came. But I try, I strive, I try with all of the servers to like say something once a week or so, or just let myself be contacted. What do you say?
yeah, I went no mod because forever is a long time for everyone tags. A lot can happen when you're not a mod in 24 hours,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then it's done, and
As
then
we've
you pick up
learned.
the pieces.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this is like whenever somebody leaves the server or you ban them, you get to see when they joined. Actually, whenever they come in, right? The audit log shows. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a brand new account or somebody. Yeah.
Yep.
Gratefully, we have not had a lot of. There were some issues back in the day, but
hmm
we've been really
we did
great.
actually have one that popped in like a week ago.
Yeah.
They just started like blasting in all the rooms. I was like, nope.
Right.
It was
Goodbye.
perfect timing. They waited until I sat down at the computer and then they started doing it. I was like,
I,
oh, okay,
I just remember
done.
some guy back in like 2021 or so. He was like Hungry Beaver or something, and he came in with a couple friends and was just causing trouble. We're like, yeah, you're out. Okay, round 6. Would you rather deal with 100 "Can I be a mod" DMs hashtag mod DMs or one theological argument that never ends hashtag theology loop? I think we've got one of these. At least a moral
Yeah.
theology loop that never ends. The "Can I play this game?" Which is worth answering. You know, it's worth answering. It's not a bad question, and if you haven't ever asked it before, you need to ask it. All right, I'm gonna give my answer. Can I be a mod? Yeah. Okay. No. Like that's a serious undertaking to have a mod. I don't take it very lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thing too is and I don't moderate. When I offer to moderate something, it's like, okay, we're here and we're doing it.
We're doing business. You can count on me. I'm not just here for a month because I wanted to do this one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think it takes for us, for me, my bar is like a real sense of maturity. You know, you can handle,
Sure.
you
Yeah.
can, because I send you guys out. I'm like, hey guys, if I can't do it, can you guys go handle this actual argument that got out of control? So it takes a
Sure.
lot of de-escalating, and it's not just creating the rules and whatnot, which is very appreciated. Okay, you said which?
I said mod DMs.
Yeah,
100%. Can I be a mod? No. Done.
yeah. We're gonna ban those terms in the. All right, good answer. Round 7. Would you rather have Minecraft creepers blow up your server spawn, hashtag creeper, or Twitch lag during a raid, hashtag raid lag? Ooh, one of those would be very painful. What does it mean? What is a server spawn in Minecraft?
So if you are running like a server for other people, it's usually nice to build some sort of like nice structure so that when somebody joins for the first time, they're not just plopped into the middle of nowhere.
Right.
People will build like whole cities or just real cool things or places that have like portals to get to where everybody else is actually doing stuff.
So it's like a
Things like that.
major inconvenience if it gets blown up.
Right.
They're like, "Where are you?" And they could be anywhere within your world.
No, they'll all spawn in the same. They'll just spawn into a blown up place.
Yeah.
So and that's the direction that I went was the preferring to have the raid lag situation because creeper blowing up the server, especially if you don't have like backups set up,
Yeah.
and it's like, you spend all this time making a cool spawn area, and then a creeper blew it up.
All right, so which one would you rather?
I would rather the raid lag. Uh,
Yeah?
yeah, because that's a missed opportunity. The creeper blowing up server spawn is now hours of fixing something.
Oh, it's that bad. Okay, okay, okay. I hope I don't ever have to experience that. And we're just gonna say our Saint Michael, the Minecraft Archangel, to
Pray for us.
defend all of your spawn points. Okay, round number 8. Would you rather your Discord bot become sentient, hashtag sentient bot, or your Twitch alerts start quoting Leviticus at random? I like that. Hashtag Leviticus bot. I like that. I might do that. Is that something that other people do in Catholic servers? Leviticus bot? Just one of the
That's
random
something I've seen.
613 laws?
I feel like we're going to be pretty one-sided on this one.
Do you know any of the do you know like any obscure Leviticus laws off the top of your head?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody in chat? So it
Anybody
says,
in
would
chat?
you rather? I'm definitely going to go with. There's one
Right.
where the author instructs how to get rid of a defecation, and it's an extremely well. First of all, some theologians have tied it to the crucifixion because it says to take your waste outside the gate and bury it. And they've said, hey, this is an image of how they treated Christ. They buried him outside the gates,
Mm,
couldn't be in his own city. But I don't like that because obviously
mm.
defecation is the unclean and Christ was not unclean. Anyways, but yeah, that is one very obscure one that I came across when I was like 19 reading Leviticus. Yeah, no
Father
joke.
Trekky's got a good one in there.
Do not cook a kid in its. Oh dear. Wow, that's hard to read, man. That's one of those
Yeah.
Lamentations lines. Do not cut their hair at the sides of your head or clip off the edges of your beard. Yeah. November, huh? Okay, what did you vote? You did Leviticus, but
Yeah, because everybody did.
yeah, yeah. Okay, follow the crowd. What a leader. Okay,
Hey, I started it. No,
number
two people got in there before
9,
me.
second to last one, penultimate. Would you rather moderate St. Peter's Discord server, hashtag Team Peter, or run tech support for St. Paul's live stream, hashtag Team Paul? This
Mm.
kind of has a Twilight theme to it. Team Peter or Team Paul? Would you rather moderate St. Peter's Discord server or run tech support for St. Paul's live stream?
That would be interesting. Man, it's interesting to just think about folks in those time periods interacting with things in this time period.
Yeah, yeah. What did somebody say? They said that St. Paul would have given his right arm to have Twitter.
Yeah, right.
I can't remember. Is that Brandon Vaught that said that? Or was it Bishop Barron? I don't remember. It was one of those word on fire dudes. Yeah, I'll tell you, I am not a great stream maintainer. The fact that any of this is going on came through a lot of help and a lot of chat GPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coding and just the making
Right,
it,
yeah.
and then yeah, so I went with the Discord server. It seems like a place I would like to be, although he is
Yeah.
the whole church. He has the entire bark under his guidance and his command. So that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I went with that too. Same thing because I feel like that there's so much behind that
yeah,
opportunity for such cool things.
yeah. And I like the wording on this too. Is that Peter did a lot of, or Paul did a lot of writing, but he also did more evangel. I mean, he definitely evangelized more people in person
Yeah.
than Peter did. Arguably, right? But it seems like Peter would have the Discord and Paul would have the live stream. That's just my take. Trekkie says, but what about the entire bite? Yeah. All right. Hashtag number 12. All right. All right. Hashtag number 10. Last question. Would you rather
Hashtag
have
number 10.
would you rather have a flawless stream with zero chat? Hashtag silent stream. I've had a couple of those. Or the wildest chat ever, but your mic cuts every 10 seconds. Hashtag wild chat.
I feel like we might each have experience with both of these things.
Yeah, I've definitely had the streams where you're streaming to yourself, you're practicing.
Hmm.
Yep, and those
Yeah.
have been within the last like couple of years until like moving here was a big adjustment, and I had to forego a lot of the stream development that I wanted to see and kind of put my family in the right place and then get into something that actually made a lot of sense, which is why I love this show. So I would go with the wild chat.
Okay. Yeah, my thing with streaming for myself personally, the reason that I started streaming was that I was playing games already anyway. And I figure I could stream the game, and the worst case that happens is nobody comes, and I got to spend some time playing a game that I liked. Oh, darn.
Right. Yeah, and maybe
But
you
the
didn't
best
have to
that
get
could happen.
distracted from that game.
Yeah, well, then the best that could happen is I made somebody's day. Somebody came, spent time, and went away better than they were. And that was all that I was going for. And holy moly, gift subs.
Yeah, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. This is going to go a long way. Thank you, Chizo. Okay, Meep Code, we know him. He gets a sub. Rake, that is her like third gifted sub. Guys, we're in a tier 3 train right now. If you guys want to contribute, this would do good. This would help me make a couple decisions about what we're going to do for the next couple months. I'd like to do a 24-hour stream if we can get up to a really nice goal. Auto Girl, that's a good lady. Little Cheesy, we know him. That's Cheesy's son. What do we got? We got bits. We got.
Thanks, Millennial.
Thank you, Millennial, for the 100 bits. Yeah, everything is 35% off. Come on, guys. This is the best time to make. Mosh Pit, he just joined us yesterday.
Brother Tricky.
Thank you, Mosh Pit. Weevil, Insecure, and Gamer, Generic Gamer, and the Polar. Okay, what else? Thank you, Trekkie, for the 5 gifted subs. Oh, look at that. That's Vec. If you didn't know who Muammer Hodich is, that is Trek. That is Vec. That is one of his little
Oh,
things.
back.
Yeah. In fact, we should have him on the show, but he's got to tone it down a little bit. Thank you.
I think he could do it.
Yeah, he could have a lot of fun. Okay, we are 94% there on a level 4, and we've got time left. If you want to give some donations to the stream, it goes all back to the community. Look at that.
Chizo.
Thank you. Thank you for those 1,500
Right.
bits. Yeah, with the shamrocks, dude. With the shamrocks. Okay, everybody's going to get the hype. Okay,
This is great.
Kmart, while the train's going, you get the last word. Tell us where to find you, why we should find you, and what you'll be doing in the upcoming months on your stream.
Yeah, so you can find me on twitch.tv/Kmartinator, streaming Minecraft usually Mondays and Friday evenings, weather permitting, health permitting, family permitting, all that good stuff. I'm not posting as much on my woodworking stuff. I've got the shop closed down for the winter, but you can follow me on Facebook at Joseph the Woodworker, or you can take a peek on Etsy at Joseph the Woodworker. And over the next few months, for the stream is probably going to be more of the same. So if you enjoy chill environment, getting to chat, and just relaxing for a little bit in the evening, I hope you'll stop by and check it out.
Definitely. I need that notification to go live. Okay, man. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being on the show and telling us all about your life. We cannot wait to see you on the next one. And thanks for getting us started to everybody on this this hype train that we're still on. We got 3 minutes if you want to continue to contribute to it. Okay, let's say bye to our guest. Bye-bye, Joe Lerner. Bye-bye, Kmart. Let's get to the grind list. Don't forget to get right into the Discord immediately after the show and join us on Jackbox. Get it ready because we're launching right when the show ends, the end credits. All right, we love this guy. Thank you so much, Kmart. Goodbye. All right, Chizo, thank you for all those gifted subs. Of course, to Trekkie too, but I'm saying it to you now because you're going to bed, it sounds like. So have a good night. All right, the grind list. The grind list is simple. Be a good steward. Remember that. Whether you're moderating a Discord for St. Peter or managing your household for the Lord or a parish for all of the bark of Peter or leading a prayer group or whatever it is that you're doing, do it peacefully and orderly, not because you're the boss, but because you've been entrusted with something sacred. Build, tend, protect, and that's the spiritual moderator's life. So build it like you do in Minecraft and do your very best. The grind week for me this week, I need to get to confession. It's been a backlog of sins that are creeping up my back, discouraging me, and I'm fighting them. Maybe you are too. Get to confession as often as possible, especially before we go into Advent, which is a season of penance. So, on that, what am I playing? I am still having a ton of fun on Battlefield 6. I'm hoping that my wife lets me splurge and I can buy either Dragon Dragon Warrior 1 and 2, the remake, or I'd really love to have the new Kirby racing game. I think that that would be super cool to have. We have a ton of fun with Mario Kart, but I think that that'd be something to get the group together like once a week with. So I think that that's where my gaming is going to head up. Also, I've been working on a couple editing projects that are have some high value customers on. And what else am I grinding on? I just got a contract with Catholic Answers for another book. It's going to be very similar to I'm Catholic Now What, where we're talking about, hey, what can I do as a Catholic? But this is going to be something a lot more leveled up. It's going to be like, how can I have what are the 50 things I should do in my Catholic life that are really going to get me to heaven, get me over that hump of, either the spiritual laziness or whatever. So it's going to be like an I'm Catholic Now What, coming from the practical tone that I always deliver, or it's going to, or not or, and it's going to be a little bit bent towards obviously the Catholic Answers apologetics style, but also the spiritual direction that I love to deliver to you guys. Okay. How's that? That's my grind list. What are you guys grinding on? I don't see anything in the chat. We grinded to a level 5 hype train, which I'm so grateful for. As it closes, we got 15 seconds left. Yep, back to work for Millennial. Thank you for your service to our country as a civilian, of course, as a veteran. By the way, happy Veterans Day to you, Millennial. I hope you had a really great day. I hope your wife celebrated you. And wasn't she in the service? So happy Veterans Day to her too. Okay, hype train success. Anybody who contributed should be able to get the new emote. There it is. And we have a new emote coming out for the server, or for the show. It's going to be a lurk one. I showed everybody a little bit of that last night while we were playing Balatro, which is a really awesome game. I'm going to be streaming it more often. Otherwise, that's the end of the grind list. Guys, thank you for another happy episode. Thank you for 10 episodes. Wow. Oh my gosh. I hope we have 100 more before we put this thing down. Pray that we can get guests and pray that we can keep the show moving at a high pace of growth. Okay, I'm going to leave you in the end credits. If you are a donator to the show, if you support the show with your sub, I recognize you in the end credits. If I miss you, you'll be on next week. Okay? Don't forget, we're playing Jackbox immediately after the end credits, so don't go anywhere. Guys, God bless and see you next Thursday at 8 p.m. on the Daily Grind, where gamers find grace. Thank you.